What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video, we're taking a look at a brand new plugin from Black Salt Audio called Drum Bus. So, as the name suggests, this is a plugin that's meant to use on Drum Bus and in, I guess, what I would call now typical Black Salt fashion. This is really easy to use, and it gives you good results. So, let's check it out. Of course, I got a link in the description if y'all want to check it out, learn more about it, or pick it up. And of course, I'll go over the controls, and then I'll let you hear what it sounds like. So this is the UI, which looks very similar at first to like an SSL style bus compressor. We got that same like VU meter going. But looking at the controls here, we have standard and slammed. So standard is just going to be for your subtle compression, and then slammed is going to give you that aggressive compression to where you're really pushing it. All right, so with this, you've got 5 controls. We've got comp for compression. The more you turn this up, the more gain reduction you get. You can kind of think of this here as the threshold. But we're going to have a fixed attack and release and ratio times. Those are controls we don't have to worry about here. With heat, this is saturation. The more we turn this up, the more saturation we get. Now, you may think attack is attack for the compressor, but what attack here is this is like a transient shaper. So the more attack that you turn this up, the more attack you're going to have on your kick drum and transients. And then we have tone at 12 o'clock straight up. This isn't doing anything, but the more you turn it to the left is going to give you a more warm tone, and the more you turn it to the right is going to give you a more bright tone. And then you have salt. So salt is what they're describing as a unique flavor enhancer, I guess, kind of like what salt is. But what this is going to do is going to help enhance some low end frequencies, also push the mid range some, and give you some high end presence. So you can kind of think of that as just a little okay, pun intended, seasoning. I'm just going to go with that since it is named salt. Below that, you have your output control. You have metering. You also have your high pass filter to remove some low end out of the compression. And then you have your mix for your parallel compression. All right, so I got 3 tracks from Marco Dane here, and we're going to use the drum bus on the drums on these tracks. Let's start with the first one, and we'll start with drum bus bypassed. All right, let's bring in drum bus. You see where we got the compression add. We'll slowly start to add some heat and see what that does on here. Let's back down the salt for now, and let's put the tone in the middle, and let's see what we can get. One thing I want to point out with slammed, the heat does give a different character on slammed versus standard, which I really like that you don't have just the same saturation style. They did switch it up between the 2 modes here. Let's move on to the second example. And we'll start with it bypassed. All right, so I really like what this is doing to the low end on this one. Interestingly to me, where I have it set to slam, you see I'm only doing about 4 dB, maybe a little bit more than that, of compression with here, and I'm getting that aggressive compression sound that I like. Normally when I'm doing this, I'm taking an 1176 and I'm just smashing it with it and backing off the mix control on there, which I really don't have to do to get that effect with this plugin, which I like. Let's move on to the third example. All right, one thing I can say for sure, this is great at enhancing low end. Now these drums do have the 808 going through it as well as with the first track we didn't. But I love this tone knob, how I'm able to go to the left side for a more warm sound and go for a more bright sound by turning it to the right. A lot of drum bus plugins, I guess maybe they may have like an EQ built, and I guess you can kind of see the tone as an EQ, but I'm really liking how simple this is to use and to get good results with it. More often than not, I'm liking the slammed over the standard just for what I'm going for with drums, but if you're going for that just kind of subtle gluing, you can definitely go for the standard. But normally when I'm applying parallel compression to drums, I am wanting to slam it, and so I like having that feature on here. All right, definitely comment and let me know what y'all think about this. I forgot to look up the intro price, and I believe it's $39, but I'm going to fact check that because I know y'all going to come for me. So hold on just a second. Let me double check the intro price for this. Okay, so I was closest. The intro price right now is $34 for this. So again, let me know what y'all think about this. I like this as a simple drum bus enhancer and something I can slam drums with. Getting kind of tired of using an 1176 for this, as well as I like the Empirical Labs Arouser as well too. But this definitely has less controls, and I'm still able to get really good results with it. Again, I'll have a link in the description if y'all want to check it out, learn more about it, or pick it up. And also comment, let me know what plugins you use for your drum bus to get that parallel compression, aggressive compression effect. All right, if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if y'all want to continue to see content from me, then y'all know what to do.